Right, now we are looking at coming up with a value on equity assets. Okay, basically we know that equity is an entitlement to the share of the firm's profits. It's not a guaranteed interest rate. So the first thing we're going to be discussing is valuing preferred stock. Okay, preferred stock is a hybrid security, and by hybrid it means it takes some components of two different things. Right, it takes some components of bonds and some components of common stock. Okay. Now, the components of bond that preferred stock takes is that it has fixed amounts, right? So we receive fixed payments, just like you receive on bonds, right? So we know we have these fixed payments, very similar to the way bonds would pay out a coupon rate. And then it also is similar to common stock, is that, and this is beneficial for the company, is that common stock is that dividends, the dividends you receive under preferred stock, they're not required, okay? Meaning the company, if they are cash constrained, is that they don't have to pay out the dividends on preferred stock, right? If you have a bond offering, you have to make those payments, right? You have to make those coupon payments or you're in default. Under preferred stock, you don't have to, right? And companies will suspend these dividend payments if they are, becoming cash strapped. Okay. Now, the question has to come then, why are we going to look at preferred stock? Okay. So we're gonna just discuss some of their features right now. With preferred stock that we're looking at is we have some of these features. The first of which is a par value. All right, and this comes from the bond valuation terms, where we're basically looking at the nominal or the face value of the stock or the bond. On this stock here, we're talking about the preferred stock, and it's that par value, so it's the amount that the preferred stockholder is entitled to in the event of a minimum amount that they're entitled to. Then the other thing that we're looking at here is we're also going to be discussing basically cumulative earnings. And what cumulative earnings are, and this is one of the features of preferred stock, which is why if we're looking at the order of riskiness, is we go from the least risky, which is going to be bonds, then to preferred stock, and then below that is going to be our common stock. The reason preferred stock falls in between there and is less risky is that we have to pay dividends first. We have to pay dividends first on preferred stock before we pay out common stock. Before we pay this out to common stock, we have to pay out our preferred stockholders first. Okay, which is why they're called preferred, right? They get paid out first. Okay. Now, with this being said, is that some of those other things is a maturity. We don't have a maturity, right? We do not have a maturity with preferred stock. It's not like that bond where we pay out payments for 10 years. A preferred stock, most of the time, they're not going to have a specific maturity. The other thing, and this is going to go into how a company decides whether they want to use preferred stock or if they want to use common stock, is the preferred shares. They don't typically have voting rights. Okay, almost all preferred stock is non-voting stock. Right? We know if we buy shares of Apple or Facebook or Microsoft or General Motors or whoever, if we buy common stock, is that we're entitled to a vote. Right? And if we buy enough stock, we buy enough ownership, is that we can then gain control of the company. We can create our own opinions and drive the company to do what we want it to do. But with preferred stock, we don't have those voting rights. Okay? And then we also have under here, we have these things known as convertibility. Okay? Which means some preferred stock we can convert over into common stock. And that is one of the benefits here. Okay? Then there's a number of other provisions that bonds have, such as a call provision, sinking fund, that you will see also with bond issues.